Okay, hi guys, this is Ken. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how I lost 5 siblings, but my brother's death is the one that broke me. So a little over a year ago, on the 22nd of April, my older brother, was killed. Right, he was stabbed to death. And whenever I look back at that point in my life, whenever I look back on it, I always do wonder. I always do wonder what made that loss particularly more difficult than the other losses, because at that point I'd lost 4 siblings and my dad and my grandfather, right? Which, and all losing all of them was awful, just absolutely difficult to deal with. And especially my little sister in particular, the one who died in 2013, because she died 6 months after my dad. My dad died in April and she died in October. And that broke my heart. It truly broke my heart. To this day, I still think about her and I still think about the life she could have had, and it breaks my heart whenever I think about her. I truly miss her, and I'll never forget her, and I'll love her forever. So last year when I got the call from our neighbor telling me, it was actually a voice note from our neighbor telling me that my brother had died, and I could hear my mom crying in the background. And the first 2 weeks were incredibly difficult. I was crying every day. I was literally crying every day. And then I picked myself up, did what I do best. I just pretended I was fine. I just moved on. I just pretended I was fine, went on with my life. At that point, I wasn't crying anymore, but I just cried for 2 weeks straight. Like, generally 2 weeks straight, no breaks. I was literally crying every day. I lost so much weight. I couldn't eat, because I know some people get depressed and anxious and they're like, oh, I want food. For me, it's the exact opposite. When I am going through something, I cannot even take water. Like, my body just shuts down. I cannot even think about food. I'm so indifferent to food. I don't even feel hungry. So those 2 weeks crying every day, and then after, I just moved on. At least I told myself I moved on. I wasn't thinking about it anymore. I was just pretending he was still alive. I was just pretending it didn't happen, until one day in May, on the 23rd of May, I had a panic attack. It was so bad I passed out, and from then on, everything was just bad. I had a mental breakdown. It got to the hospital one time. Everything was just so bad. I had to go on different medication, start therapy. It was just so much. It was just so much. And the thing with losing my brother is, I used to think about these last moments, and I would think of how painful it was. Because I would be thinking him being stabbed, because someone stabbed him and then they put the knife and he bled to death. So I just kept thinking about those last moments. I kept thinking about those last moments and thinking of the pain he went through. And that part was never easy. Thinking about that was probably the hardest part of everything. Just thinking about him being in pain, thinking about his last moments being of pain, and that he was alone in that moment. That that was painful for me, because I kept thinking he was alone and he was just bleeding there. His mother wasn't there. His brother wasn't there. His sister wasn't there. He was by himself. He was by himself, bleeding to death. Uh, and oh goodness. And that part truly broke me in so many ways. To this day, when I oh no, whenever I oh dear, I was not supposed to be crying. I'm so sorry. So that part, when I think about losing him, I always go back to that moment, and it was the most painful part. knowing his last moments were of pain, because there's nothing I would not give. There's absolutely nothing I would not give to have um for it to have been that his last moments were peaceful, but they weren't. Obviously, they weren't. I mean, who? How would it be peaceful? He was freaking stabbed to death, and and so I kept thinking about that. I kept thinking about that, and to this day, that still truly hurts me because I almost wish it happened to me, because thinking about him being in pain, like, is the most painful thing, and I don't really. I try not to think about it because I am way better now. I am way better than I was, right? I'm way better, it's, but when I think about that moment, I feel so much pain. And so thinking about the way he died, that someone took him from us, and that his last moments were of pain. Thinking about that, and also knowing that the future I will have does not have him. He does not have him in it. That part is also so painful, because it means I now have to mourn the future in which he does not exist, because my entire life is forever changed. My future will not have him in it, and um, and you won't get to see our little sister's children. You won't get to see my children, and and that is incredibly painful. And so yeah, it just sucks. Truly, it's just really horrible. So, and I'm so sorry. I was not supposed to be crying. I promise I'm fine. It's just that. So that is what made this day so difficult, I think, because I didn't understand it fully, but there was just so much. It was so complicated because I was not just mourning someone. With my grandfather, I, I was incredibly sad and heartbroken, but I kept thinking, you know what? My grandfather was sick for a while. So, so I'm really happy that at least he's at peace. I'll miss him forever and I'll love him forever. And it's really sad to think about it because he's gone. And I wish I'd had him in my life a little bit longer, because I lost my dad as well, and my grandfather, losing him was also not so great, because he was a good grandfather. He really was. And so I wasn't just thinking and mourning the loss of him. It was also dealing with the guilt of staying, because I would be thinking, I wish it had been me. You were so full of life, and I would give my own life if you would be here. I would give my own life for you to not have at least died in that way, because it was so painful. It was so painful, and I cannot think about it without absolutely feeling so wounded. Thinking about those last moments of his, it's just it's so difficult, and I don't know if I'll ever move past it. I don't know. I don't think that's possible, and that's fine. I suppose it's fine. It's completely fine. So with him, he was 25. So that's also not a difference, because my grandfather, he lived his life. He saw his children grow up. He saw his grandkids. He lived a full life. And in that heartbreak and in that sadness, you find comfort in knowing you got to know him for as long as you did. But for my brother, that didn't work. And I would tell myself, whilst it is great that I got to know him, that I got to know my brother for as long as I did, it wasn't enough. And I would be thinking, I can be grateful for the 25 years. But when I think about losing him, I don't know if the loss was worth the love, if the loss was worth knowing him. I don't think so. I do not. I do not. I don't think. I think it would. I can't find comfort in that. Unfortunately, I cannot find comfort in people telling me that at least you got to know him for as long as you did. That does not really help. That doesn't bring me any comfort because it wasn't enough. And I know the time will never be enough, but it's different. It's different from losing someone who is in their 60s. It's different. It's heartbreaking, obviously, but it's different because this is someone with their entire life ahead of them, and someone cut that life short. And so I had to also deal with knowing that person existed out in the world. And so I'm only grateful that I didn't ever get to a point where I would be saying, I'm gonna find that person, I want to make them pay. No, I was just utterly broken. That I said to my mom, Mom, don't tell me anything about the case. I don't want to know. I'm in way too much pain, and getting that person punished is not gonna bring me by the back. So I would just rather not know anything. I would rather not know the ongoings of the case. It doesn't help anything. It won't bring me by the back. So what is the point, right? So I told her that, and she never told me anything after that, which I'm so grateful for. Because I'm not angry at that person. I'm not angry. It's not for me to judge. It's not for me to condemn them. Of course, I feel broken. I feel sad, but no amount of anger and no amount of rage, just none of it will bring him back. That person took him from us, and that is just it. He killed him, and no amount of anger would bring him back. So yeah. So losing my brother was the and the funniest thing, it's funny and a little bit sad, is when I lost my little sister, I thought to myself, you know what? I've lost so many people already, and I think I'm gonna get a break now because so much has happened. I've seen my mom. I've seen my mom absolutely broken and devastated. It is a child's loss. I've seen that, right? I have seen that. I've been through that with her. I've seen it, and for me, it's obviously different. But for her, she fully understood everything. For me, I only remember my last little sister as clear as day. I couldn't remember all of them, but the thing is, the first one, I remember her, right? I remember, but I was so young that I only have a few memories where I actually like truly remember. And the twins, I didn't get to see them. And uh, Tanaka, Tanaka Sheila, my my little sister, the last one, I got to meet her. I got to see her. I got to fall in love with her, and promise that I would protect her from the world, just as I promised my other little sister. And then God took her back, and that broke my heart into a million pieces. But then after, I thought, you know what? My dad died months ago, and then now it's you. So I think I've paid my dues. I think I, my mother, and everyone else, we have all paid our dues. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. And so my fears surrounding death intensified a little bit, and it gave me worse anxiety because I would always be thinking the people I love are going to die, and that scared me so much. And the funniest thing is, I didn't fear my own death. I never have, surprisingly. I have never been afraid of dying. I've always found it peaceful. I've never thought, oh, death. No. But someone else dying on me, that's different. That has always been horrible and so scary to me. And I would always imagine it happening. I would always imagine it, and I would be so scared. And I would think, God, I hope it will be me first. I hope I won't have to mourn this person. I hope I'll go first. And so after my little sister, then my grandmother died. And I thought, okay, okay. And then I thought, you know what? It's fine now. I think it's okay now. I don't have to be so afraid of people dying. funny enough, the moment I took a breath and I was starting to not be so afraid of people dying on me, then my brother died, which got me back to those preconceived notions of thinking people are gonna die on me always, and that I should be afraid because it will happen, right? So with him dying, it almost proved that point, and that's also the thing that unsettled me and made my mental health way worse, because it's almost like I was proven right. All the fears I had from as long as I can remember, him dying almost validated them because it became into it. It came into existence. It happened. He died, right? He died. I thought I had finally gotten a break. I thought my mother finally gotten a break, and then this happened, and I'm thinking, okay, so clearly it's gonna keep happening. So to this day, I'm still in pain. I'm still heartbroken, and I'm almost stuck. I'm almost stuck in between grieving and also not feeling anything, feeling detached from the world. Because in any given moment, I'm not fully happy. I am happy, but that sadness, I am with H always, and I don't think it's gonna go away, and that's fine. I mean, they do say that the pain will be as deep as the love was. I just wish I didn't have to find out like this again. I just wish I didn't have to find out how much I love my brother by losing him. I wish I'd found out by him being in the hospital or something, or me having to give him my kidney or something, which I would be very upset about. I'd be thinking, what the fuck? I'm not giving him my kidney, but then I would give it. Right? But now all that anger, all those petty fights, I can't even do that anymore. That was taken from me. And it was he was the one I was closest to, him and my little sister. And so to have that, because it was always the three of us. We were the closest ones, right? And so to have that happen, it just unsettles the balance. And that's also another thing that broke my heart, is knowing that the day he died, I was not in the country, right? And my mom and my little sister, they went to where he was. They went there, and I remember my little sister sending me a voice note saying, "Oh, he's here with us," and he was dead at that point. He was dead, and he was just on the ground. And my little sister, that that was so painful for me, because I was thinking, I'm not there to give her a hug. I'm not there to give my mom a hug. I'm not there right now, and they're going through so much. And my little sister has to go through this, and she has to see her brother dead, her brother in a pool of blood. And she kept telling me, "Oh, he has his eyes open," and oh dear, I hate this so much. So yeah, she kept saying, "Oh, he has his eyes open," and I said, "Oh," and it was just unimaginable. And to this day, I don't know. I don't know. I just there's truly nothing we can do, I suppose. It is unfortunately life. We don't choose the cards we're dealt. We just have to make do with what we are given. There's so many things that are beyond our control, and we just have to tell the people that we love them, show them as much as we can, because nothing is promised, nothing at all, nothing is guaranteed. And so it's okay. It's okay to love blindly. It's okay to give everything. It's okay to love with no bounds, and to show the people you love that you love them, and not expect anything in return. It's fine, because at least they will know. At least they will know. So uh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my channel. um I'm posting another video again today, so just check it. I'll check a little, a little breather, just. But I promise I'm fine. I'm fine. This just happens sometimes. Unfortunately, it happened on camera today, but it's it's fine. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.